Global TV News Prime. 32 governors and thousands of delegates arrive Abuja for APC convention. In business, Tinubu expands compressed natural gas initiative to include electric vehicles. And on the foreign scene, Russian lawmakers visit the United States for the first time since Ukraine invasion. In sport, Super Eagles of Nigeria beat Iran 2-1 in friendly match. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Ramsey Enoch Agbo. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. The news in full. President Bola Tinubu and members of his cabinet, as well as 32 state governors and thousands of delegates from across the country, are expected to participate in the National Convention of the All Progressive Congress scheduled for today and Saturday in Abuja. The co-chairman of the media subcommittee for the convention, a Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, reviewed this during the APC World Media Briefing held at the Transcorp Hilton, Abuja, in addition to party chieftains from the national, zonal, state and world levels. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, says the upcoming National Convention of the All Progressive Congress will highlight the party's unity, democratic maturity and commitment to national development under the Renewed Hope agenda. He made this known in Abuja at a World Media Briefing ahead of the party's 8th National Convention, scheduled for March 27 and 28, 2026. Sadia Yakubu reports.
Addressing journalists, the minister described the convention as a defining moment for the party, bringing together delegates from across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory for leadership elections and policy direction. He noted that the gathering goes beyond routine, serving as a platform for reflection, consolidation and strategic planning for the party's future.
The convention hopes to bring together delegates from across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory for policy engagement, leadership elections, and a formal transition to a new set of party executives, presenting both decision-making platform and also a moment of reflection, consolidation, and direction setting for the next phase of our journey.
Idris said since its formation, the APC has remained committed to progressive ideals, national unity, and purposeful leadership, maintaining resilience across electoral cycles. He added that the party has continued to manage leadership transitions in an orderly manner, strengthening internal systems that promote accountability, inclusiveness, and stakeholder participation.
Our convention theme says it clearly: unity in progress, consolidating the Renewed Hope agenda. This theme is not just a slogan. It is a concise statement of who we are, where we have come from, and where we intend to go. Aligning internal party processes with the country's broader governance vision and projecting continuity, cohesion, and clarity of purpose.
The minister also assured that all arrangements have been concluded for a smooth and credible convention at Eagle Square, Abuja, with committees finalizing their work to ensure seamless coordination. He commended the president's leadership for promoting inclusivity and advancing policies aimed at strengthening governance and national development. Sadia Yakubu, Global Television News.
In another development, the North Central Zone of the All Progressive Congress has adopted President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as its role candidate for the 2027 general presidential election. The endorsement followed a united position by governors, senators, former ministers, and party stakeholders across the region, who threw their weight behind the president's re-election bid. Benue State correspondent Felicity Ndere reports.
It was a massive gathering of party faithful and stakeholders as the All Progressive Congress held its North Central Zonal Congress in Lafia, the Nasarawa state capital. At the Congress, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and leader of the party in the region, Senator George Akume, moved a motion endorsing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the APC sole candidate for the 2027 general elections. The motion, seconded by Governor Abdullahi Sule, was adopted by the stakeholders through a voice vote and acclamation, reflecting a consensus across the zone.
Nigeria is moving toward another cycle of election. With the array people have seen, the political people have seen, the politicians I have seen here, the grassroots people, I have no doubt in my mind that when the votes are finally counted in 2027, North Central will provide the highest number of votes.
The Congress is also produced a new North Central Zonal Executive Committee through a consensus arrangement consistent with the process earlier adopted at the ward, local government and state levels of the party's congresses. Muazu Bawa emerged as the regional vice chairman following the consensus election of zonal executives.
Your trust is both a great honor and a solemn responsibility, and I assure you that I will continue to serve with dedication, loyalty, and unwavering commitment to the ideals and progress of our party.
Representing the national chairman of the APC, Professor Abdulhakeem Kana, commended the unity and loyalty of party members, describing it as a foundation for the stability of current administration.
We are reminded that this zone is not just a geographic middle belt, but a political bridge of Nigeria. The North Central, where I also come from, has remained a steadfast fortress for the APC.
Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia described the peaceful conduct of the Congress as a reflection of the region's unity and its commitment to supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and other APC candidates in the 2027 elections.
The entire North Central is one, fully unified, fully armed to get out there, make it good for our governors, make it good for all our candidates in North Central, and above all, make it extraordinarily good for Aswaju.
The North Central Zonal Congress is part of the build-up to the APC National Convention scheduled for March 27, 2026. In Lafia, the Nasarawa state capital, Felicity Ndere reporting for Global Television News.
Still on politics, one of the newly registered political parties by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the Democratic Leadership Alliance, has unveiled its vision for Nigeria in Abuja. Political correspondent Ubong Usoro was there and now reports.
At a time the nation continues to grapple with economic challenges and insecurity, the Democratic Leadership Alliance says its emergence is driven by the urgent need to reposition Nigeria. The national chairman of the party, Barrister Samuel Mema, says the Democratic Leadership Alliance was founded not just as another political party, but as a movement of purpose built on clear ideological foundation anchored on Pan-Africanism, ethical leadership, scientific advancement, and people-centered governance. He added that the emergence of the DLA is a response to the urgent need to rescue Nigeria from systemic failure and economic stagnation.
The Democratic Leadership Alliance was founded not as just another political party, but as a movement of purpose built on a clear ideological foundation, anchored in Pan-Africanism, ethical leadership, scientific advancements, and people-centered governance. Our emergence is a response to the urgent need to rescue Nigeria from systemic failure.
The National Publicity Secretary of the party, Professor Chris Nwakobia, while speaking, said the economic policy of DLA is clear, transitioning from a consumption-based economy to a production and innovation-driven system, promoting industrialization and local manufacturing, and investing heavily in technology, research, and youth-driven enterprise.
This is not just about security, this is about food sovereignty, economic stability, and national survival. We must protect our farmers, secure our communities, and restore confidence in agriculture as a viable and profitable venture.
The Alliance is also calling for youth participation in agriculture and national development, emphasizing innovation and structured support systems. Ubong Usoro for Global Television News.
The Controller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, has marked the 2026 International Women's Day with a strong tribute to female officers, describing their contributions as indispensable to the success of the service. Kikelomo Okere has the details.
It was a colorful and celebratory atmosphere as officers of the Nigerian Customs Service, alongside members of the Custom Officers' Wives Association, COA, gathered to honor women and highlight their vital contribution to the service and national development. Speaking at a special celebration organized in honor of women in customs, the Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, says the stories of the Nigerian Customs Service remain incomplete without acknowledging the critical role of women. He noted that female officers have demonstrated resilience, commitment, and efficiency in carrying out their responsibilities across various formations of the service. The Custom Board reveals that 6,000 women currently serve in different capacity within the Nigerian Customs Service, stressing that their contribution is visible and deeply valued. He added that the recognition within the service is not random, but based on performance, dedication, and excellence in duty.
But what we have done, over the years is to show that we recognize them when they do well. And we have demonstrated that through the kind of responsibilities that we give to them, through the kind of postings that we give them, through the kind of assignments that we give to them. And I am very happy that they are doing those assignments well. And
President, Custom Officers' Wives Association, COA, Kikelomo Adeniyi, praised the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, for his consistent support for women empowerment and gender inclusion within the service. She described the Customs Board as a strong advocate for women development, noting his deliberate efforts to encourage both women and the girl child to grow and excel, adding that the CGC leadership reflects a clear commitment to gender balance and equal opportunity within the service.
He likes to see women grow, even girl child. He likes to encourage them to be better people. So this is just a testament to the fact that it's somebody that wants women to also be equal apart with men. So, and I'm happy that he has done this for the women of customs.
Okay. The high point of the celebration was the presentation of flowers to female officers and members of COA, a symbolic gesture of appreciation, respect, and solidarity. The moment was met with excitement and applause as participants described it as a heartfelt recognition of women's sacrifice and contribution within the custom community. Kikelomo Okere, Global Television News.
The Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria says its digital registration portal is now stable following a temporary breakdown in December caused by technical issues with its former service provider. Registrar of TRCN, Dr. Ronke Sombo, made this known while briefing journalists in Abuja. Priscilla Obasi has details.
The Registrar, Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, Dr. Ronke Soyombo, dismissed reports of persistent failures as misleading, noting that examinations would not be scheduled if the system was not fully functional. She explained that the disruption lasted about 1 week before the council disengaged the developer and migrated to a new platform.
And now, conveniently, I can tell you that people that sit for our examination, what we do is we have a service level agreement to actually answer them within 1 week. So if you sit for a computer-based test, within a week, we will print out the result and we also SMS everyone to say, congratulations, you have passed the CBT exam. You may now proceed on our portal to the next line of action.
She, however, acknowledged that some users still face access challenges due to low digital literacy. As to address this, the council has sustained physical registration at state offices, alongside help desk in tertiary institutions and mobile outreach programs, especially in rural communities.
To make it easy for everybody, including people in the village, because we don't want to actually condemn any group of people at all. Everybody can access us conveniently. And since the launch in 2025, more than 40 million teachers have successfully registered, obtained licenses, and been certified as professional teachers across Nigeria.
TRCN says it is working with stakeholders, including the Nigeria Union of Teachers, to widen access, with plans to launch a mobile application by April, as it's reiterated that all teachers in Nigeria must be registered and certified by the council. Priscilla Obasi, reporting for Global Television News.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities has warned the federal government to immediately implement the newly approved salary structure for university lecturers or face a possible nationwide shutdown of public universities. The union issued a 4-day ultimatum, with its president Christopher Piwona saying failure to act within the deadline would trigger a strong response. Speaking at South Zunguru University in Bauchi State, Piwona said that the government must begin payment under the new salary arrangement without further delay. The Nigerian Army has pulled out 18 senior officers of the Nigerian Armed Corps of Supply and Transport following the retirement of 35 years of meritorious service. The color pulling out parade marked the conclusion of a 3-day conference held in Benin, Edo State. Speaking at the ceremony, the Corps Commander, Nigeria Armed Corps of Supply and Transport, Major General Danjuma Shagaya, said the retired officers comprise 4 Major Generals and 14 Brigadier Generals. The Zamfara State Police Command has announced improvement in the security situation across parts of the state, noting that residents of several communities earlier displaced by bandit attacks are beginning to return home. Police spokesperson Yazid Abubakar said that the progress is the result of sustained security operations and collaborations between the state government and the judiciary to ensure the prompt prosecution of numerous suspected bandits and their informants. Abubakar noted that police has adopted a strategy of engaging community leaders before deploying mobile police personnel to previously abandoned areas, thereby encouraging dispersed residents to return. The troops of Sector 2 Operation Fansan Yama have intensified operations against criminal and terrorist enclave across Sokoto, Zamfara, and Kebbi State, killing at least 6 suspected bandits and recovering arms and ammunition equipment in coordinated offensive conducted this week. In separate operations, security forces achieved significant rescue. Troops and Wild Stroke, in collaboration with the Benue Civil Protection Guard, successfully freed a 28-year-old kidnapping victim in Se Ubena village, Katsinala local government area of Benue State, and arrested the armed headers. Meanwhile, police in Zamfara State rescued a housewife and her 6 children abducted by suspected bandits in Damba town. Gusau local government area after confronting the government and forcing them to flee. You're watching the live broadcast of News Prime. News Prime returns after the weather report plus business, foreign and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
Glad to have you join us. There's a chance of morning thunderstorms in parts of Niger and Kwara State. The same goes for those in southern Taraba, especially around the Mambila Plateau, as well as parts of Delta and Bayelsa State. Now, heading into the afternoon, that's when the rain really starts to spread. Expect thunderstorms with light showers across the north-central region. And if you are in the southwest, the southeast, or along the coast, you are not left out. Thunderstorms are likely in your area too. We're also keeping an eye on Taraba, southern Kebbi, Adamawa and Kaduna State for more storm activity later in the day. So wherever you are, it's a good idea to plan ahead and stay weather aware. And that's your Saturday forecast. Join us again for more updates.
Welcome back from that break. Now let's take you to the world of business, where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the presidential initiative compressed natural gas to include electric vehicles in a new drive to reposition the initiative. The initiative will now be known as the Presidential Initiative on Compressed Natural Gas and Electric Vehicle. Special Advisor to President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, disclosed this in a statement, and Nanuga said the expanded mandate will also anchor the development and rollout of electric vehicles, EV charging infrastructure, and related investment across the country. The Central Bank of Nigeria has signaled a gradual economic reset, attributing improvement in inflation, a foreign reserve, and investor confidence to its monetary and financial sector reforms. Speaking at the Central Bank Special Day during the 27th Enugu International Trade Fair on Friday, the Acting Director of Corporate Communication and Investment Relations, Sidi Hakama, said the bank's policy were yielding tangible results. Hakama added that the reform have also spurred capital inflows and strengthening external reserve, with reserve rising from less than $10 billion to $50.45 billion. The federal government has unveiled a sweeping reform agenda to reposition Nigeria's cooperative sector as a major driver of economic growth and food security and financial inclusion. This follows the key resolution reached at the 8th regular meeting of the National Council of Corporate Affairs in Abuja. Aniete Patrick reports.
Addressing delegates, the Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Aliu Abdullahi, said the Council's resolutions will fast-track the transformation of cooperative societies into strong engines of grassroots development. Central to the resolutions is the adoption of the Renewed Hope Cooperative Reform and Revamp Program, a 7-pillar strategy designed to overhaul the sector. This includes regulatory reforms, digital registration systems, improved access to affordable credit, and plans to establish a cooperative bank of Nigeria.
We commit to full integration of the cooperative digitalization program, of which we have 5 consortiums that have volunteered to work with us, and so far have done so many things pro bono, supporting this digitalization effort.
The minister stressed that cooperatives remain vital to national development, supporting food production, small businesses, rural livelihoods, and job creation across the country. He noted that despite their potential, the sector has been constrained by weak structures, limited funding, and poor coordination challenges the new reforms aimed to address. Council members also resolved to harmonize cooperative operations nationwide, strengthen state-level institutions, and adopt a unified reporting system to improve accountability and efficiency.
Having chaired the National Financial Inclusion Committee for 4 years at the Central Bank, the way we do it is that once a thing comes from a partner like this, all the working groups own it.
There is an urgent need to review the existing Cooperative Act and policy, both of which are long overdue.
I'm bringing all stakeholders together to ensure that we work hand in hand to make the cooperative ecosystem great once again.
Stakeholders at the meeting reaffirmed their commitment to leveraging cooperatives as vehicles for poverty reduction, youth and women empowerment, and economic diversification. Aniette Patrick, reporting for Global TV News.
And now on the foreign scene, a delegation of 5 Russian lawmakers have visited the United States to restore parliamentary contracts for the first time since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Meetings with administration officials were scheduled for today. The Russian spokesperson told the state news agency in Washington, Nikonov said discussions with United States lawmakers focused on creating a joint parliamentary group and the possibility of a reciprocal visit to Moscow in May. And now let's take you to the world of sport, where so many things are happening. And now we go straight to what is happening in the friendlies. As a matter of fact, from the friendlies, let's bring you these details. As it has been stated that the Super Eagles recorded a 2-1 victory over the Iran national football team in a friendly match on Friday, thanks to goals from Moses Simon and Akko Adams. Nigeria struck early when Simon found the net in the 7th minute, assisted by Samuel Chukwueze. The Super Eagles doubled their lead in the 52nd minute through Akko Adams, set up by Ademola Lookman. Mehdi Taremi pulled on back for Iran in the 67th minute, but Nigeria held on to secure the win. The friendly is part of Nigeria's preparation for the upcoming fixture, giving coach Eric Chile the opportunity to test combinations and sharpen the squad ahead of competitive matches. Galatasaray striker Victor Osimhen has said he has been doing everything possible, but then he may be the one to replace Kante. But then the question is if he would be paid what he is receiving in his current club. And that's it on News Prime. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen at Global TV NG. I am Ramsey Enoch Agbo. Thanks for watching.